Well, it's hard to believe that there's only 10 more days before I head overseas to Southeast Asia. And I'm super grateful for how the Lord has been allowing me to use this time, as I've gotten to visit with some of my supporters out in Colorado and being able to hang out with some of my friends as well in Colorado that were from the missionary school in Missouri. And so now I'm heading back from Colorado to stop in Missouri again, and then I'll be stopping in Ohio before I head back to Virginia. So thank you to everyone who has been praying for traveling mercies this entire time. Everything has been good. The car is holding up nicely. It snowed in Colorado, but the traveling was all super safe the entire time. So thank you to everybody who's out there praying for great travels and great memories during this entire time. It's definitely cool to see a huge prayer team out there, basically a prayer army at this point, just praying every week, because I can put a prayer request on Facebook or Instagram or like newsletter or whatever, and just sometimes see God answering that prayer even during that week. So it's just super encouraging that you guys are out there praying for these different things, and God has definitely been answering these prayer requests during this past week. So for this week though, there are so many things that I could ask you to be praying for, but the one thing, if I could just ask you to pray for one thing, it would be that I would get my motorcycle sold this week. There are two guys that are coming out, one on Thursday and one on Friday, and they're both wanting to pay the full asking price for the motorcycle. So if you could just pray that the first guy will buy it, or the second guy, however the Lord would see it, but that they would enjoy the bike for years to come, because I know it's a great bike, and that that somebody would purchase it so that I won't have to worry about selling it when I move overseas to Southeast Asia. So that would be my big prayer request. There's obviously other little loose ends to tie up as well, like I have to register my phone and register my flight with the Indonesian government, and obviously pack. And so there's a bunch of little stuff like that, but if the big thing that I would ask for prayer requests for is selling my bike, so that I don't have to worry about that when I go overseas. And also, if you could keep praying for traveling mercies, it's going very well on this trip, and continued memorable experiences before I head overseas. So thank you to everyone who's out there praying. I'm not going to have a prayer card up because I'm driving today, but next week I'll have one up for you as well. So thank you everybody who's out there praying, and it's a huge encouragement. So we'll see you next week.